question. And we heard in some of the discussion about measuring the city's budget that one way to ensure the city's financial health is to grow revenues, bring more jobs to the city. Well, what exactly can a city council member do to help create jobs and grow businesses in a city?
Searching for my notes there. No, seriously, try one more time as far as the job, what can we do?
What exactly can a city council member do to help create jobs and to grow businesses in a city? Tracy in particular.
This city, which is where we live, which is most important. And what we need to do is, as I stated earlier, as far as, first of all, from the top down, it is very important that we are customer service friendly and that we, as Tracy, City Council, City, and everyone in Tracy, make it welcoming for jobs to come here to Tracy. We need to get rid of the unnecessary red tape and the unnecessary obstacles. And the only way to do that is, it's been my experience in the past, that when you take time to review your procedures and your policies and everything, then you can see clearly where you can streamline and you can cut costs, you can cut expenses, and to make it more efficient and effective. And that's one of the things that we can do here in Tracy. We can look at our processes and procedures and see what's cost prohibitive to the businesses that we're trying to attract here. We need to also maybe look at the companies that many of us who commute over the hill where we're working, and also see if maybe we can court them and try to get them to move here. About 2 years ago, JP Morgan, where I work, was looking to relocate our office, and I mentioned it to Evelyn Tolbert, and she called my boss right away and started having conversations with them, but we ended up not moving here. But we do have many opportunities, and we need to take time to court businesses to make it more customer friendly so that people will come here and help businesses thrive, not just to set up here, set up shop, be here for about a year or several months, and then overnight they're gone. We need to reach out to help nurture our current businesses here. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Birdsall?
I'm sorry. You're killing me, Charlie. That's a hard question, because when you say what can a city council do to bring in businesses, there's really very little. I can remember back in the days of when we brought in Safeway. If you remember back then, there was a fire in Benicia, the warehouse burned down, the union was told that they were building the building back in the East Bay. Well, but during that time, there was 5 of us, and Tracy knew that was not going to happen. They were going to build here. And if any words ever got out, any rumors got out that they were going to come here and not stay in the East Bay, Tracy would have never gotten a Safeway warehouse here. And that is generally the case of almost all major manufacturers or major businesses that come in. You can work with people on economic development for 2-3 visits, and you have absolutely no idea what their name is except Bob or George, and that is it. You don't know the company, and you just have to keep selling the town and selling what you can do. So that's one part. I think it's very difficult to say a councilman can really bring in more businesses. On the other hand, to kind of join what everybody else was talking about, you have to take the attitude at the city level when somebody walks in and says, I have an interest coming to town, of bringing a small business of 5 people to town. You want that city person to respond the way you would want them to respond. You got to be excited. Well, great, thank you for looking at Tracy. What can I do to help you make that decision? And when you take a positive attitude like that, that's where the council needs to direct the city manager and staff to have that kind of an attitude, and that will bring in more businesses. Thank you.
Thank you.
As we discuss various issues here tonight, don't lose sight of the fact what the role of the council is. Primarily is to give direction. And the direction that has been given and needs to continue to be given is to create a culture, an environment at City Hall that is supportive to business, supportive to retaining business, supportive to growing business, supportive to attracting new business. So officially as a council member, that is what you can do. As an individual, you need to believe in your community, you need to believe in your city staff, and you need to be an aggressive cheerleader. Because when these people do come to town, I've experienced what Roger has described. I've sat down across the table from people that look you in the eye and say, we're not authorized to tell you who we are, but this is what we want to know about. Can you work with us in this area? Can you work with us in that area? And you need to be prepared to say, yes, we believe that we have a great deal to offer you as a company. You in return will bring us jobs, bring us investment, which again, those jobs are the lifeblood of the revenue that we're looking at. As Ray described earlier, I'm sure Ray wasn't talking about raising the sales tax rate, he was talking about raising sales tax revenue, and you do that with more jobs. But that's what you do as a council member. You're out there, you're a spokesperson for your community, and I welcome those opportunities when I've been able to sit down with people, developers, business people, and say, we have a project, we want to come to town. Tell me about it, let's talk about it, let's see what we can do together to make this happen.
Thank you.
My comments reflect Mike's. If you want to attract jobs in Tracy, you first need to start with a good impression. And that's Tracy is a great place to live and to start your business. It starts with awareness. It's asking those businesses that didn't come to Tracy, you know, what happened? How come you didn't locate to Tracy? And then, of course, learning from that outcome. As a city council member, I'll personally reach out to those businesses and ask the question, hey, we want you here. What can we do to work together to make Tracy your home? How do we make that happen? We'll use incentives when appropriate and commit city staff time as necessary to show our commitment and that we're attracting job creators here in town. And that's how you grow Tracy jobs. Thank you.
Okay, from as a chair from the Tracy Chamber of Commerce point of view, there's a lot that can be done in regards to creating jobs, businesses in the city of Tracy. I've learned that one of the things that can hinder business growth or business locating in Tracy is the lack of code enforcement. A good example is the Helms Ale House, the building. I'm aware that there was businesses that came in and looked at downtown, but because they saw that structure with a fence around it, they didn't want to locate here. So there are things that the city council can do, and I can recall that the city council did do something. Didn't they give $500 gift cards to Shop Local for the car dealership? But the problem was that the $500 card certificate gift card were being spent somewhere else out of Tracy. They couldn't track that. And also, there was another thing. I think it was $1.5 million was given to Macy's. Well, I'd say given to Macy's, but was given so that it could bring Macy's into Tracy. That created a lot of jobs. So there are things that the city council can do. But again, I must stress, the biggest thing that can happen, or should happen, is when you hear that slogan, buy made in the USA. Well, the one that we need here is buy local. Because I know I did. When I bought my vehicle, it was a Chrysler. And I bought it here in Tracy at the Dodge Chrysler dealership. Sales tax money comes back to Tracy. So that's why, buy local. Thank you.